Hello, guys. I'm Shiko,
I'm Yam.
And I'm Gadani.
and this is Oh,
Okay.
hey,
Kiasi.
Earthsea.
Guys, I actually went back and listened to like an episode from like season one. I think our and this is okay, Kiasi has gotten like longer and longer and longer. Before we were just like in like unison, quick, sharp. Nowadays we're like R&B, vibes.
It's because the people know us now. We don't have to pretend.
We're comfortable.
We've become
You
ourselves.
walk into the room
I
and we've
love it for
become
us.
some bitch instead of hello, sir.
Facts.
Love it.
It's like, bitch, where you been?
Exactly.
How you been?
How y'all been though? It's been a while. This is a bonus episode. We are not yet back with season 4, but we are working on it. It'll be fire.
Woohoo!
It'll be sizzling. It'll be flames.
Pew, pew,
I don't know where the
pew.
sizzle came from, but
Walla-ba-dum, walla-ba-dum. What's the sound of fire?
Which fires do you go to?
It's a forest fire. Bambi. In Bambi, how the fire sounds like that. In Bambi, when the fire was burning. Anywho's, Yam, how have you been?
I haven't watched Bambi in so long. I think the last time I watched Bambi was when I think I was traumatized as a child watching Bambi because
Please
I
watch
think
it
that was like
again.
one of the
It's so
only
sad.
CDs, not
It's
CDs.
not
What
sad
are they
anymore,
called?
guys. Let me
DVD.
tell you.
I mean,
VCR.
VCR.
So I watched it.
VCRs that we
I
have.
watched it last year, guys. Let me tell you what I found out from Bambi. My current feelings as an adult. Bambi's dad was trash, and then he just got Bambi to be a trash dad. That's the summary of Bambi. We were sad when you're young. You're like, oh no, his mom died. Then you realize you saw his dad once. You know
Not
that
to say
silhouette.
spoiler alert. Maybe people haven't watched
Is
Bambi.
that
No, his mom died.
His
If you
mom
ever
dies.
watched
That's the
Bambi,
sad part.
I mean, seriously?
But that's a movie of your generation. Let's just be very honest.
Anyway, when you're watching the remake, the dad will hopefully not be trash. But in Bambi 1, because everyone's getting a remake, so I assume there'll be another one. All you see is his dad in the rain doing like
A
this with a
remix.
silhouette.
Everyone is getting a
His
remix.
silhouette of him like this with his big horns. That's all you see of him. He came and he was like, you have a son. He was like, cool. Then you see Bambi again when he becomes a dad doing with his dad like this silhouette. I was like, you become a trash dad. Anyway, that's the summary of Bambi.
Oh. Okay, you made the whole thing like a reality show. Come on,
Guys,
don't.
if
I
you
don't
watch
want
Bambi
that.
again,
Oh my god.
No,
This is
he's
so
a trash
but
dad.
don't put
dramatic.
that thing on it.
Guys, watch Bambi again. We'll have a conversation. Go and watch it. You see,
I'm
all
stressed.
the
I
summary
don't
of
want to
Bambi.
watch it. It's a whole
He's
bunch
a
of
trash dad.
deadbeats.
Yeah, not bunch, two. It's a couple, him and his father of deadbeats. Because his boys show up. All the other dads are so nice. But his dad, it's when, come, let's go. Do. When he needs to save him from Nini. He just shows up like just one. You know that
You're
guy who's
spoiling.
like,
Sarah,
Okay,
we
follow up,
watched.
it's your birthday.
follow up question. Why were you watching Bambi last year?
Because I was bored on the plane. That's what happened. Then I saw Bambi and I was like, oh my god, Bambi.
On the plane. That's
Then
a
I cried when
throwback.
his mom
Travel
died.
baby.
Yeah.
And then he said,
Jet
I catch
setter,
flights.
go getter.
Not feelings.
Not feelings.
Not
Facts.
Bambi's.
Yeah, I tried to catch a
Not
feeling on the
Bambi's.
plane. I realized I was meant to catch just the flight. Because the feeling that I caught was
Nyambura,
opposite of what I was.
how are you?
What is happening?
Bambi's a
What is
trash
going
dad. Anyway, yeah.
Nyam, we haven't
How have
heard
you
from
been?
you in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
What's been going on in your universe?
Apart from your
My
discovery
universe
of
has
Bambi being
been
a trash dad.
okay. My life has been good. Kalani has really emphasized that point. Yeah, life has been good. I'm in a really good space. Work has been good. Yeah, I've been busy, which is nice. When you're an entrepreneur, busy is good. Um, the gym life has been good. Hey, there's a time there my knees had started showing me tricks and I was starting to feel bad. Like I was struggling. I had to do some rehab, start again with like body weight squats, but I think I'm kind of back. Actually,
What
I'm
triggered
doing a
it?
competition in like 2 weeks. I
Oh.
ran.
Oh yeah, running is bad.
Yeah,
What were you
the
doing
running is
running?
what triggered it. Yeah, I know this, and I told him I told my coach I don't think I should run, but he was like, we've worked on your knees, they're strong. Anyway, the long and short of it is, I know I should not run.
Not the
Impact
long
is
and
bad for my
short.
knees.
Impact is bad for your knees.
Wow.
Yeah, impact is bad for my knees.
Yam said,
Anyway,
I don't have much to say.
anyway, I'm in a competition in 2 weeks on the 2nd of September. I'm
Woo,
really
woo, woo,
excited
woo,
about
woo,
that.
woo.
Also very
CrossFit?
nervous. Yeah, I'm
Amen.
a CrossFit babe.
Do you know
Of
what
course
the events
skilled,
are?
but still. Yeah, this one it's a team event. Um, and there's like shuttle runs, and so still running, but at least these ones are indoor and less intense. Honestly, I don't remember the rest of them, but I'll update you guys maybe next week. Um,
Your running trauma said, I have to run.
I said, yeah, that's the one that jumped out at me. So, yeah, but other than that, I've been good. I haven't been watching stuff, but today I started a show on Netflix called Painkiller. It's so riveting and also so sad. It's about like the um, opioid, yeah, like
Opioid
it's
addiction.
yeah.
Isn't that
So,
Kanye West?
and of course they say,
Opioid
I don't know.
addiction.
If you say so, you're right.
That's
Yes.
definitely just you. I don't think he says it like that
Damn.
anyway.
You're so rude.
She
It's the truth.
said, it's you.
Let's just be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just be
Yeah,
real.
so it's sad, but at the same time it's such a well done show. I think Uzo Aduba, she's like really good in it. Um yeah, so yeah, I'm good. I'm in a good space. Work is good, gym is good. My love life is stagnant, but
You needed to announce that? Wow.
hey man.
Wow.
She's a well-rounded individual. She has to.
She said,
Yeah,
some things are good, but some are bad. Like my love
She
life.
didn't say
I
bad.
didn't
She
say
said
bad, Gavani.
stagnant.
Stagnant is not bad. Let's say I just like it's just like a pond. A pond has
Guys,
no moving water.
Please.
There are
yeah, that's why you
frogs.
get,
There are like water lilies. It's pretty, but it's
guys,
vibes.
Frogs
that's
are
why you get
I
vibes.
have a
chills
pond.
and you get malaria. I don't know what
Water
you're trying to
lilies
say
are
to us.
vibes.
Nyam, stop it. Unless you're Tatiana
Wow.
or whatever the
You've
black
told me
princess is
much.
called. They're not vibes. You're
You
lying.
have told me much.
me,
You have lied.
me, I've accepted them as vibes. Even they're like maybe what are they called? Dragonflies. Just like
Girl,
vibes.
stagnant is
Cute pond
mosquitoes
vibes.
and mosquitoes only. Ideally, you're saying your love life is
No, not
malaria.
always.
Stop.
No, Gavani. No,
Why did you just
just
call
We're in
her
Africa,
I
guys.
malaria?
just still have a water
She
feature.
said,
Please.
my love life needs a net to sleep.
It's
You
the
have to be
problem
safe.
of telling you guys anything. Nonsense.
Anyway, other than malaria,
So
Gazani, how is your life?
How are you, Gadani?
I'm great. I am actually great. I'm about to go on break from work, and so I'm living La Vida Lux. I have an amazing event planned this week, so I'm hoping it goes well. But yeah, I'm fine. I had an injury in the gym also. I did a lot of rehab. Um, but I am choosing. I don't know if
What
I'll
is
be in
your
the gym
injury?
for a while. So I was doing a squat. I did a 70 kg squat, and then I stood up, and then I was fine. And then I walked to the bathroom, and my knee just did, and I don't know what happened. So I was in rehab for like, I've been in rehab probably for like 4 weeks. I was in rehab for 4 weeks. The last 2 weeks, I've been so busy, so I've been doing like an in and out in the gym. where I've been in the office till like 6:37. So it's too late for me to actually go to the gym because as evening folk. So yeah, that's my life currently. My life currently is work is what it is. So I think the last time I was judging the APV awards, they're about to come up, but because the people I work for are the headline sponsors, I've been running excuse me, weekly Twitter spaces with some of the podcast nominees. So I've been busy planning that. Then we were planning the magazine launch for it's called Tap Magazine. Um, it goes out on the 23rd of August. I'm gonna have a whole article. I'm so excited. But anyway, um,
Yay.
planning the launch for that as well. So, and then like as usual, because I do social media things, I've just been busy. You know that thing for you have 17,000 things to do. When you feel like your to-do list is every time you do one thing, the list hasn't gone down. It's still as long as it used to be. That's what it feels like. But because I took a break from work because I was like, I'm going to go crazy. This will be my last week at work, and then I have a 2 week break,
Are you coming to see me?
which
Nice.
based on the ticket prices currently,
Useless. You didn't even ask what the ticket prices are. Have you asked mom?
girl,
Anyway, you're coming to
do you
see
know how
me.
much
Thank you.
tickets are? Let's just be honest. I can't because then I'll miss your sister's competition.
Let's just be real. You can
Oh,
go
she can
after the
forgive you.
competition.
Oh, you can go
Who is
after the
she? You're talking about yourself. Damn. Chico said
Chico
we
said,
can watch it on live.
forget Nyam.
She
We'll
said
watch
it's
it
okay.
together.
She'll get over it. We can cheer from her from my living
She'll
room.
forgive
Wow.
you.
Thanks.
You
Anyway,
practice
I'll let you guys
languages of apology.
Wow. Anyway,
Mhm. Wow.
yeah, so that's what's happening in my life. A lot of work currently.
Maybe you should take
Other
yourself
than
on a
that,
solo trip. You've never done a solo trip.
that's the plan. I've been looking for one. I saw a really cute Airbnb, and it's like glass all over. It's so pretty and everything.
In
And it
Nairobi
allows
or
pets. It
in
was
Kenya?
important for me. It was in Narumoru.
Mm.
And I was like, oh my God, I can do this. It has like views of Mount Kenya. And I was like, wow. And then it allows pets. I was like, I can do it with Oscar. Then now, I was reading something and they were like, the dog can't be allowed on the bed. And I was like, guys, my child doesn't know how to sleep on the floor
How will they
exclusively.
know?
So I don't know now. That's a good question. That's the battle I've been fighting this whole afternoon. It's just
Chico
like,
said,
can I just be like, oh my God, I didn't read that part. Because that part is not on Airbnb, it's on their
Yeah.
website. I pretend I wasn't on their website.
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
If I wasn't on their website, I can be like, I just thought because you allow pets. Anywho's, we'll see. That's the plan. I really want to. And I think I might go to the coast also with Oscar. I think he
Yeah.
needs to see the ocean.
Are you going to drive there? Or can Oscar
No,
fly?
because I'm a princess. Girl, why
Oscar
would I
can fly.
drive? He can fly, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
I need to get him a crate though, or a cage or something. I don't have that, but I'm sure I can find one between now and the first week of September.
Yeah.
But other than that, so I'm looking forward to a lot of downtime. It's the first time in a while because my brain is doing the most, and I really want to take myself out of everything that's normal. So like, I feel like even being in the gym is so normal. It wouldn't feel like a break continuing to be in the gym. So I want to just be like, oh wow, this is how my coach finds out if he listens to this episode. Hi, JK. Anyway, and then because I know when I come back, I'll be so busy with because the awards are on the 24th, so I'll go right back to doing like my weekly hosting of panels and like planning for International Podcast Day, which is on the 30th. I'll just be like in a mess. So I'm like, I need 2 weeks of Zen where if I could turn off my phones
That's nice.
and not have you people panic,
You should.
I
You
would.
could.
You can. Why can't
Why
you?
can't you? Who is stopping you? Put
Will
it
you
off.
guys not panic?
See me in my house. Why will you
I'll put off
panic?
one.
I mean, so you tell us.
This girl is crazy.
Anyway.
She could say I'll be in
Yeah,
her
think
house. You
about
can
it.
call
Do
her.
it.
Anyway, also I can turn off the main
And
line if you know me on the download. If you don't have the second number, you ain't important. Bye. Anyway,
Wow.
Shiko, how have you been?
wow.
I've been very perplexed as how we're related, but
It's blood, bitch. It's
nevertheless,
blood.
it's been very good.
Not nevertheless. What's wrong with the two of you today and your
We're
language?
adding all the vocabularies.
Bro,
No,
Yes, we
I've
are.
been
more or
really good.
less,
I've been really
nevertheless.
good. I've been spending a lot of time by myself, which is something that I've really been appreciating. Um, my house has been very loud, I feel, for the last couple of weeks. We've been having people in and out and in and out, like because it's the summer. Um, we've had visitors coming in, weekend here, couple days here, blah blah blah. Right now, the parents are in Atlanta, so we're hosting, which is nice because Cornelius and Corona can give me a break because the
Yes.
grandparents are
It's
in
like
town.
Cornelius won't even remember you're there. He'll
Cornelius
just
doesn't
like
know I'm
forget
here.
you.
Grandpa
Exactly.
gang.
Exactly. He doesn't care about me.
I
So
feel like the
that's
boys,
nice.
when they see their when they're with grandpa, they don't care about the rest of the world.
Exactly. Exactly. Um, what else has been going on? I think I'm about to enter my freelance side quest era, is what I'm calling it. My side quest
Love
era.
that for you.
So,
Wow.
you know how people have like a main
Side
career?
quest.
Like when someone asks you
Mm-hmm.
what do you do for work, this is what you're going to say. I think
Mm-hmm.
I'm hitting that part in my agenda or in my video game where you just start doing side missions. You're like,
In your what? You're
you're
doing
just
daily mission.
yeah,
Oh,
daily
yeah, you said
mission.
daily mission.
I'm just like,
You know, like when
You
you
are
open
done with
up
making the
like
main characters.
Tetris or whatever, you can
Worst
do the
example, you should have gone
levels
for
or you
that.
can just do the daily mission. I'm just doing dailies. I'm
okay,
living today and
La vida
making
looks.
a
I feel
living
Wow.
that.
for today. Tomorrow will worry about itself. I think Jesus said that in Matthew.
Yeah.
And I really am starting to live
And
that
if not,
life. You know what I mean?
amen.
Surely, if these
Jesus
birds and the
and
squirrels can
Christian.
just like be roaming and gallivanting out here in these streets and yet
Correct.
they are fine,
It's a
I
word.
think I will be fine
Cue
too.
the organ. Ching, ching, ching.
She
Hal-
says as she
Vera
cries.
preach.
Why is she crying?
Ching, ching, ching. Who's crying? Oh, mama.
Chico.
But I'm
It's the spirit
fine.
of the Lord. That's
But
why
I'm
you are crying.
fine. You know what I
It's
mean? Like, I'm not
Jesus.
sad.
Mm.
I'm not sad.
Mm.
I'm not lost. I'm not any of those things. I am just a squirrel that God will take care of too.
You should have said a
Amen,
sparrow, bitch. You
girl.
should have said a sparrow. The Bible doesn't have squirrels.
No, no.
Let me
My
tell you who
Bible
has squirrels.
does.
You know who has squirrels?
My Bible does.
Kwame had a squirrel, okay? That's who had a squirrel.
And then you can't just
Chico
let her
said,
just have her prophecy in peace.
Chico said,
Prophecy in
he's on the
Please.
peace.
squirrel. Please.
Prophecy in
Chico said
peace.
his eyes on the squirrel
Tiffany
and I
said
know
there are no
he says
squirrels in the book.
Kwame.
These squirrels in
Guys,
my heart.
the
Rude.
Bible gave you
What?
the
What did
Bible gave you the animal.
it said? Birds and trees. Trees are not animals.
His eye is on the sparrow.
That's not the verse I'm talking
Chico.
about.
Yeah, but that's not the verse she's talking about.
Anyway,
But he does talk about the birds in that one.
Exactly.
He talks about the birds. He clothes the grass, the flowers.
Yeah.
That's the chapter on worry. Yeah.
Exactly. Which has always been a very,
Mm.
actually, I preached a sermon on that passage when I was a senior in high school. That section of
Oh.
scripture has always been very powerful to me because I think it's always been a scripture that I've struggled with. You
facts.
know?
Mm.
Same.
Wow. What a bonus. What the fuck is going on?
Let's go. Let's
Why
go.
am I
Bring him back.
Revelation,
Let's go.
bitch.
No, but I
Squirrel away.
honestly,
It's a revelation.
I'm in that place where I'm just kind of like, oh my gosh, like life is so beautiful in ways that are outside of the traditional, like you have a job, you have friends, you have family around you, you have good health. You know what I mean? Like sometimes we need to take a step back and focus on the things around us that actually make us feel good and whole as a person outside of those particular things. And that's where you realize that God really loves you, you know? So that's where I'm at. That's my space.
Love it.
Wow.
Love it so much.
You better preach another sermon, girl.
No, but I get it because sometimes, it's that thing of sometimes you get so used to I have a job and you get so busy in the everything.
Yeah.
And then in the everything or worrying about like work tomorrow, like now I'm like reports, I have this, like there's so much you have to do. And that's where the worry comes in. And when that's taken away, is when you realize I was never in control of this shit ever to begin with. Like there's been something like God source has been behind
Please.
this. I had to
God
get
or
it.
sauce. Sauce for those people who
Universe.
are universe
Yeah,
people.
those guys.
Me, I'm Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm a
But
Jesus
I'm just
person.
like, everyone knows we are Jesus people. If you don't know
Yeah.
that by now, have you listened to season 1? Anyway, but like if Jesus is not like it's when you're out of those spaces or when you're not sure about some things. It's that thing when they say peace that surpasses understanding. It's those moments when you're just like, I honestly do not know how this happens tomorrow, but it's okay. Like everything is okay. So
Yeah.
we get it.
Anywho's, we had a couple of questions.
We need to spin the wheel.
Oh, spin it.
Let's
Your
spin the
tears
wheel,
have
guys.
made you. Your tears said. The very last time you were like this crying bitch. See now.
See, you were a
See?
crying bitch.
The Lord. Eh, eh.
And today I'm
You
the
can you
crying
even
bitch. And
It's
therefore,
spinning, by the way. There's no sound. I don't know why.
like a record spin me, yeah. Love you when you play. Actually, I want to send a special shout. Let me first wait. It lands before I send my shout out for my song. Spin, yeah.
It has landed.
Have we reached
you
the
fast
end?
forwarded.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Guessing and
like,
then
I
you
don't
fast
remember.
No, I
forwarded
didn't.
herself.
What has
She
it
went
landed
faster.
on?
She went, yeah.
Before Nyam tells me time, I had to finish my song. What
Uh-huh.
have we landed on?
Tell your shout out.
See,
I want to know
finish a
what we've
shout
landed
out.
on. Oh, I wanted to shout out a babe who was in our emails. She's really cool. Her name is, I think, Aleche.
Kaleche, yeah.
She first binged our 3 seasons, bless her heart. Like, but then it was in her email watching her emotions of how she went through the journey with us. It's like she had been there from season 1. She's like, when, as in, like, you guys, when the song happened, I'm saying this specifically for the song. She said a lot of things, but she was like, when the song happened, and then you tried to cancel it, and then you guys got a shout out. I was so excited. I'm just like, Kalecha, you're a real one. You're a new one, but you're a true one.
Gavan, you'll never let
Love
us forget
it.
this spin song.
Guys,
Never.
I
Like,
told you.
literally.
I want you to know that because of me, you got a shout out from my lane. I want you to know it's me.
Literally,
Who
you'll
let
be
you
What did
telling
you
our
land on?
grandchildren, you know you are
I won't have to tell
screenplay.
them. They listen to the podcast.
Screenplay. Nyam
And
already
we can
told
tell
us our
them.
screenplay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
she
already
said hers.
answered what I'm watching.
Chico, you?
Oh my god.
Chico, you
I've-
better tell the
You know,
people
this
what
is
you're
my
watching.
category. You guys need to start putting a
Go
timer
off,
on me
sis.
because I'm about to.
No, go off.
Okay.
Go off.
So I've been
People have
watching
been
this show.
complaining. They're like, we need to have a side show. So please go off.
Okay. I've been watching this show called The Bell Collective. It's a reality TV show
Okay.
on OWN network.
Of course.
Oprah Winfrey, I think. I don't know. But if you're in the States, you can watch it on HBO Max. I think for you guys, Showtime usually has the same shows. India.
Show Max, but good job.
Thank you. Close enough. So the
You
Bell
got sure
Collective
right.
follows these women. Think Real Housewives of Atlanta, so whole black cast, but they actually have jobs. Um, they are entrepreneurs in different areas. Some of them are real estate agents. We're in the South. We're in Mississippi. Jacksonville, Mississippi. Jacksonville is in Alabama or Mississippi? They're in Jacksonville.
Wherever it
Thank
is, you are
you.
right.
Um, I'm so fake. I've lived in this country for way too long not to know that information. But anyway,
I bet you
um,
people in that country don't know either, so it's okay.
you're right. You're right. So they are one of them is like a wig lady. She makes wigs and weaves and everything, and it follows their husbands and just their group of friends. It's called the Bell Collective. When I tell you, I just love the way these Southern men talk. It's just like, and goddamn it, we went and goddamn this and all this. I don't know, like the way they just talk. It's just so funny, so funny. I've already given Gadani a husband and Nyama a husband from that show.
Oh no, is that the please
Mhm.
yuck.
Yeah,
The
Yeah.
of
devil
course.
is a
That's
liar.
why I was like, let her tell us about this show.
Uh-huh.
If I get introduced to that man, even me, my love life would be stagnant.
Why?
Kadwani. Hey, no, let me tell you, the weapons formed
Oh,
against
wow.
me shall not prosper. Gavani,
Damn.
get thee behind me.
Oh my
Wow,
goodness. She came guns blazing this episode. I'm like, I don't
clearly.
know.
I've been on break, guys. I'm
I
back.
don't know. Whoa. The other show that I've been watching, I watched the Amber Heard versus Johnny Depp Netflix special. Fantastic.
Spoilers, don't say
Oh,
anything.
3
haven't seen that
episodes,
yet.
10 out of 10 would recommend. Go watch it. Amber Heard is a psychotic. Anyway, I'm not going to say what kind of psychotic she is. I'm just going to say she's a psychotic. Anyway, what else
Mm-hmm.
have I been
I can't
watching?
stand you.
um, I think that's it
What are
for
the options
now.
on psychotics, Shiko?
She could be a psychotic
Suja.
bitch. She could be
Uh-huh.
a psych. That's the only one I had, but I didn't want to call her a bitch, so I left
Okay.
it. Moving on.
You win. You had one, but you didn't want to put her there.
I think that's all I have for now. Those are the two shows that I've been watching: Bell
Okay.
Collective and Amber Heard. Kadani, on to you.
Okay.
Even though you don't watch TV.
So, what has happened in my life is I finished The Mentalist. And so, if you know me, the only series I watch is if someone dies, we find the killer and we move on. Therefore, what happened is I'm currently watching Cold Case. Yeah, it's a throwback. It's because also it's finished, so I don't have to worry about will I keep up with the people, what's happening. It doesn't matter. The show's over. So I'm in season 2 of Cold Case. It's really weird watching that show now, but I really respect the editors because they really would. There's some scenes where like you're in the 40s and then you're in now, and how they just like switch the colors or they put people in the street and they, man, that show was fire. Oh, so good. Anyway, I'm hunting killers as usual, finding new ways to kill people.
Love
You know,
it.
on brand. Gang gang.
Love it.
Do you listen to
I,
crime podcasts too, or do you just watch crime shows?
I listened to one, but it's like idiotic crimes. It's like crimes that are just like they shouldn't be crimes. You know, like a guy who tried to kill his wife and then got busted. You know,
Okay.
it's just hilarious.
I'm pretty sure
He,
that should be a crime. How are
it's
you
a
going to
crime,
say
but like
crimes that shouldn't be
no,
crimes and then say he wanted to kill his wife?
no, like but idiotic. You
Yeah,
know those things
Gavani.
for like how did you get caught? No, but like
I
like
see, I know.
stupid
I
people
get.
crimes. You know, like those things for you are walking and then you are seen picking the chicken. And it's just like, bruh. So this guy who tried to kill his wife, you know, and then, but like the guy who was hired to kill her switched sides and gave evidence against the husband. You know, like just some stuff where you're just like, do you not know what you're? This is what happens if you're trying to kill people and you don't watch shows that you have. Like, he left evidence everywhere. He deserved to have been caught. Anyway, he's in jail now. that guy.
Good for him.
But those are the kind of crime ninis I listen to. I don't feel like I can. I feel like crime podcasts stress me because they're based on true stories. And the reason I watch Kina Cold Cases because in my brain I can pretend these things don't happen. Even though if you watch Criminal Minds, you can start looking at people sideways. But like, I like to lie to myself that they're not real. But crime podcasts are based on real crimes, so I just stay with petty
Feels
crimes.
Not
more-
always.
so
You
that I
can
can.
find
Feels more at
fictionalized
home.
one.
Really? I need to
Yeah,
find
it's
those. But
me.
also the real
Yeah,
ones
I
are
haven't
fun.
found any that are fiction, but I'm just like the real ones make me. I already don't like people. I don't want to hate people more, So
Yeah.
that's why.
I can listen to a real
Yeah.
one. A real one is good until it comes too close to home.
We actually listened to a real one when we were going to for the wedding. When we
Mm.
listened to a real one.
Yeah, we talked about that in season 3 sometime.
But I feel like when you listen to it as a group, it feels like watching a horror movie with a squad, where it's not as scary as if you watch it
Mm.
alone.
Mm.
Yeah, so
True. Listen, before we move on, wait.
Go ahead.
okay.
I looked up the definition of stagnant. So there are two. One is a body of water or the atmosphere of a confined space, having
Better
no
look up my
current
love
or
life.
flow, and often having an unpleasant smell as a consequence. So I hear what you are saying in terms of the stagnant.
Valeria.
I want to confirm
You
it does not
said
have an unpleasant smell. So the one that I will choose as my definition is the definition of stagnant, that is showing no activity, dull and sluggish. It can also be used in a sentence as we are in a stagnant economy. That's the one I'm referencing.
what
Thank
I have
you.
had is your love life stinks. Okay, thank you.
At the end of the day, this girl is going to hear what she wants. She said you have a
I
malaria
don't even know
love
why I
life.
tried to clarify.
She said my love life stinks. Anyway, stagnant.
Wow. So on our Instagram, we asked you guys to ask us a couple of questions. And what we're going to do for this bonus episode is go ahead and answer them for you. So, Nyambura, I'm going to start with you.
Yeah.
Are you
Is everyone
Kenyan
answering
Do
the
it.
questions?
Kiasi? No, I have to for specific people.
Okay.
Actually, you kind of look like you cannot
I
be a
am.
fully Kenyan Kiasi.
Yeah, the question is if I am Kenyan Kiasi.
Yeah, are you Kenyan Kiasi?
I think I'm Kenyan full, honestly, if if there is such an option. But I do get that you look like you're from other places. So when I lived in Kampala, I looked like a Westerner, or the Munyankole people of Uganda. I've also been told I look Rwandese. Some places I've been stopped and told I look Ethiopian. The first time I went to Joburg for work, they thought I was South African. So I guess I can be Kenyan Kiasi in that perspective, but Kenyan Nini full.
Full.
That I really wonder, based on that question, how do people think Kenyans look? Because I
No,
also get
but
that someone told me I
Kenyans
look
look.
anything but Kenyan, and I'm just like, what does that even mean?
I feel like Kenyans, Luos and Luyas are what people think Kenyans look like.
Which is what?
But I can see where Nyam doesn't look like a Kenyan. I don't know what Kenyans look
How
like,
now?
but Nyam is not it.
Yeah, I'm like, what do Kenyans look like? Someone, okay, here's what I need people to do. Abu, just send me what Kenyans look like
That would be such a funny
in our
experiment.
DMs. Yeah, I'm just like, send me what Kenyans look like because I don't understand. Because even me, I was told you look
Yeah.
anything but Kenyan, and I'm just like, what does that even mean? So I need to know
Okay.
what Kenyans look like.
Clarifying question, we are fully Kenyan, and Nyambura is from the motherland. One tribe, one land.
Nice.
One band, one sound.
Yes. Gathani, I have a question for you.
Ask it.
Why are you so hot?
So what happened is, Jesus, I'm God's favorite. Okay, that's what happened. Us guys who are created Monday morning after he had rested. Niakina, us guys. That's why I'm hot. I was created on Monday morning. Guys, stop. Okay,
Wow.
thanks. I'm so glad our audience knows and sees. I feel seen. It's a princess ship. I can't help myself. In those jeans.
Someone asked
Na-ma-na,
me,
na-ma-na.
yeah, in
Mm-hmm.
the jeans. Wow.
Yeah, not jeans for Jeans. Jeans for
DNA.
Genes. Yeah, gang.
I
Gang,
Googled.
gang.
Someone asked me, what would you say it is about the dynamics of your personalities that make you all gel? That's such a good question. And I feel like all of us need to answer this question. What would you say it is about the dynamics of your personalities that make you all gel? Um, I'll go first. I feel like what it is that makes us gel is Jesus. Um,
He's the glue that keeps us together. Amen.
I feel like we're so different, but so like if we weren't sisters, would we be friends?
Facts. I think we would.
You think we would?
You think so?
I don't think we
I
would.
think we would. I think we would
Me,
have
I
been
don't think we
friends.
would be friends.
I think we'd have been friends for a
We'd be
period of time.
acquaintances.
Whether we'd no, I
We
think we'd
would
have
be
been friends for a period
acquaintances.
of
We
time.
wouldn't be friends.
I think we'd be friends based on our dynamics. I feel like we would be friends. You know those friends who sometimes you're more friendlier than other times, but based on how we show up for each other when it matters, I think we would be friends. It's those people who you're just like, let me just check on this babe. You know those friends, but you know if you need a friend to show up, you would call them.
Yeah, what do you think?
So I don't know that we would be friends. I think sometimes we've had to be friends because we are sisters, and I don't know if because we've had opportunities to break up even in our sisterhood, even in our friendship in our sisterhood. So sometimes I'm like, it might require more work. Yeah, without the shared trauma, without the shared experiences, without that kind of perspective, I wonder sometimes. I think we'd still like flow with one another. I think we have a lot in common in our individual lives that make us gel, but I don't know like the three of us dynamic if it would be the same. But I think what also makes our dynamic work, I think underneath it all is we all have a willingness um to remain friends, you know what I mean? Or there's at the core of the thing, there's a determination not to lose touch or to be apart from one another. So even when we don't agree or are in a beef or whatever, like it wouldn't be for so long because we're determined to make the thing work. Think of it like as a relationship or a marriage. You know, when you're like, it's commitment, is what I think it is. Maybe that's the word for it.
I'd also say like it's how we were brought up because I feel
Also,
like mom did a very she was very intentional about ensuring that we are building our relationships and we're spending time with each other and we're doing things together. You know what I mean? Like I feel like a lot of siblings um were forced to grow up together just because your siblings, you do things together, you go to school together, you do whatever it is. You know, like I think about like relationships like Christian and his brother. He has a twin brother, and growing up, obviously because they were twins, they did everything together, dressed the same friend group. It's very hard to have like any individuality when you're a twin, especially. However, they didn't get along. They weren't friends. You know what I mean? They actually didn't even like each other. But I also feel like because the times that we were together were so limited and few and far between, the times that we were together, it was intentional time on building relationship and building friendship. You know what I mean? It's not like we were in the
Mm.
house every single day together where we had that chance to fight. I feel like if we all lived together growing up, the dynamic would be different.
Mm.
You know what I mean? But we
True.
also intentionally work on our friendships, I feel, which will always make something work more than not.
Yeah.
I feel a bit, well, I feel a bit different only because based on how I know we behave around people, we've each had friends with, well, I cut off people all the time. So I'm just like, there's a there's a value in friendship that I think we have. And I think the difference is, I think what makes us gel is outside our sisterhood. Because there's a lot of people, like the reason I end up talking to you guys again is not because we are sisters. And I say that because we consciously had to become friends. Like there's a level in time, there's a point in time where it was just like outside of our relationship with our parents, we need to choose each other. You know what I mean? So it I feel like if you removed the sisterhood, the choice of each other would remain. And so in that sense, we would still be friends, even though I feel like we'd be, those weird, those people who you meet and you're just like, I don't understand how those guys are friends, but they're friends. That's how I feel. Because I know each of us has cut off people for different reasons on friendship level. And even when it comes to family, there are family members who we don't talk to. God bless their hearts. We'll be amicable, but they ain't shit to us. You know what I mean? So it doesn't, for me, I feel like our relationship or the reason we gel is above and beyond our sisterhood. I feel like I honestly believe if you took our sisterhood out, we'd still be friends. Because
That's
even when we are
interesting.
fighting or whatever it is, the reason I start talking to you again is not because you're my sister. It's because I miss the friendship, or I miss the conversations, or I miss, you know what I mean? It's not because you're my sister. Because we would be experts at being fake at family get-togethers based on what our upbringing was. You know what I mean? We would be perfect at doing that. So we don't need to be friends to continue to be in each other's lives. We'd be able to say hi, 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 and our children would be friends. I'd drop them at your gate or tell you to pick them from the airport, Chico. But I don't have to be your friend for that to happen because we
Yeah,
would
that's
want them
very
to be
interesting because
friends.
I feel like that's something that I would do too. Like if me and you guys were not like on like speaking terms or whatever it is and we had children in the mix, I would definitely still want our children to have relationship. So, I don't know.
100%.
It's but I
So I'm
still
like, I feel
also
like
don't
it's.
feel but I feel like that's because we're sisters. You know what I mean?
Mm.
That's not I don't know.
I feel like we continue to
Because
choose each other
Gavani, like the
outside
thing
this.
about it,
Yeah.
oh sorry, I was gonna say the thing about it is where do we even meet? That intersection. Think about, okay, so maybe me and you have like even a high school experience we can have together. Shiko, like where are we meeting Shiko outside of our sisterhood to be friends? It's
Church.
already like a 10, 8 year gap. Okay, let's say church, Gadani, but like how many people Shiko's age are you actually friends with now? Yeah.
Yeah.
And that you can say you have a really deep friendship with. So there's some elements for which I'm like, yes, relationship, commitment and whatever, but I'm like, just by the factor of how we are so different, the things that we like to spend time on or not spend time on, like the likelihood of us even having that kismet or that place where we meet and we engage and fall in love,
This is
you
the
know,
Yes,
or whatever.
vocabulary
kismet.
episode.
Hey, gang,
Right?
pull
Yeah,
out your
it just
dictionaries.
is diminished a little more. So it's not that it wouldn't happen, it's just like we'll have a shorter.
So if you take away our age or whatever it is, what do you think makes us gel outside of the sisterhood? Is there anything else? Like
What are
if
you
you
talking
assume.
about?
That's a good
So the
question.
question was, my understanding of the question was, what is it that makes us gel, right?
Yeah.
So you're saying the
What is
thing
it
would be
about our
like Shiko is
personality?
younger, we might not meet, that's fine. Make us the same age in the same school and whatever it is that you're going to make that we end up in our personalities in the same space, but we're not sisters. What is it that about those personalities that would make us still work? Is my understanding of the question.
Okay, I'll talk from my perspective because I have a very direct whatever example.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I think if we met in just a random space and all our personalities met, we would definitely gel. But like if me and you ever fought Gadoni, we're not sisters, I have no time to bembeleza and be like nice about feelings because I'm very direct with my friends. You know what I mean?
It's true. So am I, and
But
that's why I'm like,
then,
I'd
like, if
for
we
sure.
had a first fight, we would not be friends after that.
But I think we would because Nyam would be there to put us. Do you see what I mean? Like I'm just like if you put the dynamic of the three, right? See, you're
Sisterhood
looking at me and
away.
you as a sisterhood
But the
away. If
thing
you put the
is,
relationship of the
even if
three,
Nyam is here to, Nyam can't tell me shit.
Exactly.
The only
I
reason Nyam
mean,
can tell
like
me
everyone
shit
here.
is because
actually
she's
never
my
said that.
sister. You know what I mean?
Okay. So what is it that makes us gel then?
Valid.
What do you think makes us gel?
The fact that we're
Is it just the
sisters
Our
sisterhood?
personalities
and
and
our
that we're
personalities,
sisters.
and we work. We
And then we
work on
also
our
put the work in. We're
relationships.
committed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thing.
Nyam,
Oh,
what does
yes.
bembeleza mean?
You guys are always making me. So, thank you for that question. Bembeleza is the Swahili word for cuddle. You know,
Hey,
um,
cuddle and we
another
gang gang.
Kiswahili word I was going to say papasa. It's to say bus. It's to
Nyam,
say
stop,
uh,
stop. You are losing
No,
us.
I
You're
love her
losing us.
examples.
it's when
Please, carry
it's
on.
when you when,
They can't see
When you
when
me.
bust
They
you
the
can't see
baby.
me.
yeah, when you take the indirect
Nyam said it's
approach.
when you shh, shh.
It's when you think of it this way. In the past, we used to be told that when a rat eats you, they bite and then
Stop.
they blow so you don't scream. So that
Who the
is
hell
like
told you about
bembeleza.
rats? Stop.
That's what we used to be told when we put tags. You know, they chew, 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 then they uhera, they blow.
Not you bringing Kikuyu in the mix. You said Huera.
So that rat is essentially cuddling your foot where it's biting. It's bembelezaing. Thank you
Can't
for
stand you
coming
as
to
a
my TED
human.
Talk.
Wow. Wow.
Oh my god.
That's exactly what I needed in my life. Thank you. That was a really good question. I think the person who asked us that question was called Jay. So Jay, thank you so much for that question. Nyambura, back to you.
Mhm.
Casual relationships, are you for or against them? Where do you stand on that?
Wow. Damn. I don't
Have
know.
you
I
even
feel
ever
like
had a
this is a
casual
personal question.
relationship?
I'm unable.
These are my
I tried.
confessions. Just when I
I
said
tried to have a casual
nothing,
relationship
my
that
chick
ended
on
up
the
being a
side
relationship.
Nyam
said
always
she
tells us
got
she's about
one
to
on
become
the
a whore.
way. These are
She
my
Yeah, like
can't.
that's the
She's
thing.
enough for
I'm
confessions.
her.
really trying to be a hoe, but like I'm just not a streets babe.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm
Just
like, I don't know
give
that.
me
I
two
think
weeks
it's a
with you.
personal decision.
I just need 2
Huh?
weeks. I just need 2 weeks
Gazani,
with
I don't
you.
want to come to your master class. So I think the thing about casual relationships, if I'm thinking from a personal perspective, is I think as I was growing up, they were like super demonized. Like it was the wrong thing to do. Like even to say that you're having a whole season is like so dramatic. But I think when you're young, that's the time to have it. And I think also maybe when I was going into dating at the time, I felt that dating was always with a purpose. But I feel like it's also okay to have an exploration phase or like a discovery or without that, and of course you'll probably still develop feelings and things, people get hurt even in these situations, but I'm like if ever there's a time to do it, it's at that time rather than dating everyone with the mind that they could be your husband. This is my personal opinion, I'm just sharing my view. So I don't think it's a hard for or against. I also usually say now, Kwanza, after you've been married and you have already been enjoying the fruits of marriage, then you're not married anymore.
Not
Like,
fruits.
Kadhani, fruit of the loom.
Hey, anywho's.
Carry on,
Continue.
Auntie.
So
She said, if you are walking through an orchard, wow. Go,
Okay,
sis.
anyway.
so do you continue to pluck from the general trees
You
to
leave the
follow
garden.
your orchard example?
Wow,
Yeah,
pluck
so
from the
I
tree.
think there are a lot
Wow.
of complications that come with casual relationships. Like, of course, there's a general health factor. So if you're not being smart about the physical intimacy without protection, then you're also being dumb. But then there's also just the thing that, if you haven't set boundaries, like catching feelings is so easy. So now even me, I'm like, I tried to be casual and ended up, hey,
Locked up.
your story is yet to
Come
evolve.
to my
So
masterclass. Don't worry. I got you.
so I think it's a personal choice. I think there are pros, there are cons. You just need to weigh for yourself and determine what the cost, and also know yourself. It's not me, I know, like, casual is hard. So therefore, stagnation is cheese.
Because casual can't
What do you guys
happen.
think?
It's a personal
Myself.
preference.
Personally,
Personally,
I
I can't do
think.
casual either. But me and Yama are relationship
Myself.
based. But go ahead, pop off.
So I'm not a relationship bae. Let me start by saying that. I
That's
think there's
true.
a space for relationships, and they're absolutely extremely the most. You have your bae and it's perfect. Do that thing.
You've also
I
had a lot
think
of
for me,
long term relationships. All of us.
all of them are long term relationships. But here's my thing. I think, okay, a lot of the reason why women don't go casual is not because they don't want to. It's because there's this thing that has been put on yours. You're a hoe, your husband won't love you, you won't have surgery, what. And
Body
there's a
count.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, body count, or you're just who's gonna love you after you fucked all the listen, okay? Exploration for me does not necessarily mean another person. It could be you have toys in your house. My firm
But
belief
that's not
is
casual dating. You're not
wait,
dating your
wait.
toy.
Just wait.
That's true.
Let me finish my conversation. I think you should have a form of exploration wherever, right? But there's also a sense of, for me as a sexual being, having another person. So let me
But
give
you're
you the
making it
example. So
sexual. You're
we
not
had
making it
Shan.
casual.
Wait, so yeah, but you see, the thing is, I feel like why casual dating is looked down upon is because people assume, the assumption is, if you're dating casually, you're a hoe.
Mm.
Like, it's not I'm going to sit for coffee with many men.
Oh, okay, that's different. So the thing about casual dating, because I think casual dating is not just about the coffees and the, like, non-committal going out with people. There's that aspect. Yes, if that's the casual dating we're talking about, then I'm 100% pro casual dating. Yeah. But then where physical intimacy is concerned without a commitment, then now I'm like, that's a personal decision based on catching of feelings, sexual exploration, health and safety concerns, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think there's a separation when you
For you,
add,
Nyam, there's a
if it's without
separation.
the, for me, yeah. So for me, if it's casual dating without the physical intimacy, I'm 100% pro. Go off,
For me,
eat meals,
either
girl.
or.
Me, eat all the meals.
Me, I'm
Go
like,
out
for
on all
either
the
or,
coffees.
do it, because there's a sense of, again, what, and a lot of people will be like, you don't have to figure out what you want first, it can come to you. But it's because I've just seen a lot of conversations. So this Shan Bodram was having her latest podcast episode where a lady was like, she's 40, she's explored, and she feels like it's important for every woman to, like Nyam is saying, when you're younger. I don't think it's necessarily when you're younger. I feel like whenever it happens in your life, it happens, because a lot of women, what's happening is you get married when you're young because you've been taught this is what you need to be, and then now you're middle-aged and you don't know what it is. There's something frustrating you, but you don't know how to get out of it. So I think the sexualization for women, there needs to be a way for us to be taught what sexualization, or what a sexual life for a woman is, whether or not you're participating, which is why I brought up the toys. Whether or not there's another person in it, there needs to be a conversation around sex talk for women, because a lot of the conversations around sex are based on men. Please, your man, when we go for
Wait,
this,
Okay,
Gadani,
wait,
so
wait,
that
wait,
Gadani we
it's
will
a
wait,
deal
let me
with
whole.
in the
finish.
sex
Let me wait,
Yeah, that's a
conversation. It's
whole
hold on,
other
another
hold on,
topic
conversation.
because
guys.
that's
Let me
just
finish.
purely
Let me finish my
sexual.
okay, let me finish my thought. But I'm just like, if you took the guilt out, a lot of people, what casual dating would look like is then it opens up the conversations, like Nyam is saying, of what does safety look like? Because if I'm choosing to have, I might choose to have a casual relationship with you, but now because I know I can be open to it, I can be like, what does safety look like? Do we get tested without the stress of all of these other things? So
Mm.
as a woman, then how I come into a casual date, whether physical or just I'm eating the meals, as Nyam is saying, would be very different based on how I've been brought up. So I think whether it's just coffee and everything, or if you choose to go physical, there needs to be more conversation around it from the perspective of women, because I don't think we're allowed, one, to ask the questions we want to ask. What does safe sex look like? How many of us know what that looks like before we're whatever? Because again, if I carry a condom to a boy's house, I'm a hoe, right? But I want him to wear a condom, but he'll go, like, he won't have it. So then what does that look like for me? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So yeah, this whole conversation about casual dating versus intimacy versus whatever, that's like I feel like a whole different ball game. But as for Nyam and her house, she's not into casual dating. As for Gadoni and her house, bring it on. As
Me, I'm
for
just like, do what, I think for both our houses, it's do what you want.
Yeah,
to
for
the
What
both of us,
works for
it's
audience,
you.
for
build your
sure.
own boundaries, know
For
Yeah,
sure.
do
yourself,
what works
For
for you.
but
sure.
Do your
individually, yeah.
research.
Yeah, that's what I'm
What
saying.
works for you, go off.
Hey, what a hot question. What a hot question. Thank you for asking it. Next question. Actually, I feel like my next side quest should be game host show. I feel like I could go for Steve Harvey's job, honestly. But like not like
Do it,
Family
girl.
Which
Feud,
one? He has
but
17.
just something for like the Kenyan audience because so half of my shit would not be understood.
Oh, Mopika box.
Anyway,
Let's go. Bring it back.
Mm.
highlight of the year so far. Let's go with that. The person says highlight of the week, month, or year. But me, I'm asking you, what is the highlight of the year so far? We are halfway through it. We're in month number 8. How are we feeling so far?
Mm. Hey, that's deep. Requires some
Is it
processing.
sad that I can't think of anything like that stands out?
That's not good. You need to go take those 2 weeks. Go to an island by yourself. Take a journal and a book and no alcohol and
Bitch,
write
if I'm
down.
on holiday, I'm drinking, please.
Okay, fair. Take your
Why
alcohol,
would I go on holiday for
um,
2 weeks and not drink?
but write down and journal and figure out
I
what.
think for me, I have one. I think I'm winning my battle of consistency this year. I have been, which is great for me. I think work has been consistent and I've been able to be deliberate about that. I think early on, based on the work that I was doing with the consulting work I do with one company, it made me kind of think about what I want to accomplish in this year and like think about what my victories would look like. And so even like on my planning board, because I do this in the office and I have it up there, I usually say I need to have like daily private victory. So whether that's like feeding my body, my mind, my heart, and my spirit. And I think I've been very deliberate about all of those. So with the gym, where my body is concerned, I think I'm eating a little bit healthier also and being consistent with that. I think I'm not doing so well on my reading goals, if I'm honest, but I've started to think of the reading I do for my consulting as reading as well, rather than just counting the books. So I think I've been consistent in that way as well, in terms of my spirit and my relationship with God. I feel like I've also been in a groove where that's concerned. So I feel like I'm winning the battle of consistency. That's, I think, what I'm most proud of so far in this year. And I think maybe because I was also thinking about it last like last week when I saw this video that I had done 6 months ago about pushing myself out of my comfort zone. I think I've also been deliberate to do that more this year, and I'm pretty proud of myself for doing it. So I think that's been the highlight, that I'm I'm doing what I set out to do and I'm winning at it.
Love that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Good for you.
You,
Yes,
Choco?
Nyam.
Yes, to consistency. Keep it building. Gadoni, what's been
Showing up
going on
for
with
yourself.
you? What
I've
would you
told you I
say?
have nothing.
Okay,
Genuinely, nothing.
got it. For me, I think the highlight of my year so far, I know I've already talked about it a lot, but like quitting my job was the highlight of my year so far. I definitely feel like it was something that needed to be done. And I'll talk about it more when I feel ready. But I definitely feel like that was just the push that I needed to open up or unlock the next level of my life. And that's been a really good realization that regardless of whether or not I feel like right now, August, Sijui, what we're recording this, I don't feel like I'm where I want to be, but I don't feel regret for decisions I made. You know what I mean? So that's
Yeah.
definitely a
Yeah.
highlight for me.
And the
That's dope.
podcast also, I think coming back, I feel like we've also had a groove this season,
Yeah, for
honestly.
sure.
It's
Season 3.
it felt different than the first two seasons, in as much as they were also great. Yeah, I think even consistency with this has felt different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Enjoyment has felt
Facts.
different too.
Mm.
Yeah, it's
What
feeling.
do you mean?
I feel like podcasting. I feel like season 1 and 2 for me were. I mean, as much as season 1 was so passion led and passion driven, there was a lot of kinks that needed to be worked out to where it felt fun and not like work. And I think I'm finally getting to that space where I'm like, oh, yeah, season 3 felt good.
Mm.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hiya.
Chills.
That was our bonus episode. Guys, thank you so much for sticking around with us. We try and interact with you guys a lot on our social media. So Gadoni, please let them know where they can find us.
You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok at OKKiasi. That's OKAYKIASI. You can also find us on YouTube at OKKiasi if you want to see some extra videos, because sometimes we go crazy up in this bitch. And if you want to be like Kaleche, hey girl, how you doing? Shout out number 2. You can write us an email. Tell us your feelings. Tell us everything. We want to know. You know how sometimes you sit down and you're like, I want to tell them this, and you're not sure if we want to hear it? We want to hear it. Write to us at okkiasi@gmail.com. Gang.
Period. And as always, I'm Shika.
I'm Nyam.
And I'm Gadani.
Season 4 in the works. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.